Wonderful Wednesday. Yep, here we are again. Middle of the week. Some like to call it hump day. I like to call it Wonderful Wednesday. And it is indeed, let me take a peek, July the 12th. A little past 9 o'clock on this Colorado morning. It's rather overcast, but there's enough light peeking in through my blinds on this window that's coming in here to create this brightness. So sorry about that. Interesting morning like I usually have. I've been up bright and early. Already did my work on the network and amazed. It's funny because in between calls I get a chance to read, and I'm reading, I think this is the 7th or the 8th time, 10 Messages Your Angels Want You to Know by Doreen Virtue. And I find that every time I read it, in between calls, that there's a paragraph or a sentence or a chapter that suddenly goes ding. It's like even though I've read it so many times, it's like it's this new way to look at it. And it's coming, I think, because as we go through life, when we go through experiences, all of a sudden you can now relate to something else. And there's truly something to learn and have an aha moment about, in my opinion, every single day. This book in particular, I highly recommend it if you haven't got it yet. It is amazing. It's on Amazon. You can take a look at it. It's on the New York bestsellers list. It's a download if you want instantaneously. You can get it as an ebook, which is how I have it here. You can get a paperback version. This is a book I cannot recommend enough. And I salute Doreen for allowing the angels to come through her to dictate these 10 messages that the angels want you to know about. It is a delightfully wonderful, clear point of view about love, about being within your true self. That this life, this journey that we're on, really isn't reality. It really is the dream because we are spirit having a human existence. And spirit remembers what it's like to be in the arms of God in 100% pure, true love, where the physical, emotional, intellectual, and energy bodies that are here on this planet are going through this experience. And that we come either from a place of love or we come from a place of fear. It's a fascinating reading. Highly recommend it. It changes your point of view of the words you speak, of the emotions that you carry, of the thoughts that you allow to wander in or out, and how we interact with each other. And one of my purposes on life, I think, well, I've been told, and I believe it in my heart, is to try and bring more light and more love and more peace to the four bodies of the physical, if you will, or that which is here on the planet, so that we all come from a place of love and we don't come from a place of lack. Been kind of fascinating kind of epiphanies this morning because of that book. Interesting calls too. I have to admit how many people call up to a psychic or call up to a psychic line because they're scared, because they're coming from a place of fear. How many come because they're coming from a place of lack. They don't feel they're worthy, or they don't feel loved enough. And please don't get me wrong, I appreciate the calls, appreciate the fact of being able to help and to ease those fears and those worries. But we all have the same gifts. God created us as perfect spiritual beings. We all have those gifts of our Creator, and we need to turn to Him first. But in moments of fear, people forget that loving, wonderful, warm, 100% pure love embrace of our Creator, of God, and they turn to psychics or to externals to find the answers that they seek, to fill that void. Like I said, been an amazing morning. did the card for Facebook already, and I used the Healing with the Angels Oracle deck. Perfect card for today. I'm not surprised, because I was staring at all of my decks. They're over here on this side of my desk. And I was going, oh, where do you want me to go? And the healing deck was at the very bottom of the pile. I went, oh, you really want me to use that deck? That's just me talking now, right? And yeah, I picked up 2 different decks, and it was the one that was pulling. The card that fell out was Focus. And as I type the message, it's not even in a language or in a verbiage or in a grammar sense the way I would normally talk. So I know that that was being divinely guided to bring that up for the collective, if you will. So then I went here to YouTube and I said, well, which deck do you want me to use here? And I was kind of surprised. See if I can do this without glare. It's one of Doreen's and Grant's new decks. It's Angels of Abundance. Let me see if I can get that so you can see that. It's Angels of Abundance. It's by Doreen Virtue and her son Grant Virtue. It is, of course, published by Hay House. It's a relatively new deck for me, but this is also the deck that I used on Facebook yesterday. It's very pretty, has a gorgeous energy to it. I was told to come here for it, and when I picked it up and I was like looking at the faces of the cards, I went, oh no, you don't really want me to use this deck. I can't read the verbiage here. And then my angel said, Monica, yeah, you can. So, let's go for it. And let's see what God, His Son, Holy Spirit, and our wonderful angels of abundance have to say for us on this beautiful and wonderful and amazing Wednesday. So, see what happens when you let ego get in your way and you say, I can't, and your angels will come along and say, yes, you can. Anytime you have a feeling that you can't do something, listen for the messages that you receive. Whoa, okay, these are very cool. They're sticking together. I know it's a new deck, but they are sticking together and coming out in unique groups already. Wow. I'm not being told to stop yet, and okay, now I am, and we have 5 cards. It surprises me. I really expected only 1 out of this deck. But then I guess I shouldn't be surprised, should I? Nope, I shouldn't. Wow, okay. Yeah, okay. More than likely, I'm going to have to switch glasses here. The reason I'm smiling is the first card that came up is attracting and not chasing. I'm going to go put on my magnifying glasses. Hold on. Because I don't want to keep tipping my head either. Alrighty, let's see if we can do this so there's not a glare either. Okay, that's good. Alrighty, the reason I'm smiling about this in particular is this is one of the chapters that I read yesterday when I was online. Anything that you chase after disappears. Anything that you have to run after is going to run ahead of you. Anything that you have to chase will always escape. So one of the rules of life is to attract and not to chase, because anything or anyone you chase after will run the other way because of the fears underlying the chasing energy. Instead, attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy. You can see why I like this deck. Okie dokie. I'm going to try and get it so we can read it again here, because this glare is unreal. Dreams of Abundance. Isn't that a beautiful picture? Dreams of Abundance. Let's see if I can get it so I can read it. May have to just change our ways here. Yeah, we will. Okay, so as you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal because they can contain valuable insights that will help you manifest your desires into reality. dreaming is an extremely important factor in living. And yet, I can tell you that. But when I have my dreams, they're usually very prophetic, the ones that I remember. And for years, I'm going to have a confession here. For years, I was and have been unable to sleep at night without sound in the background. So I leave the TV on. Well, I make sure that when I'm putting it on at nighttime, it doesn't have violent things coming up because then it plays on the subconscious mind. But dreams from your angels really come in when you have no sound in the background, when you have nothing else going on in your head or playing into the subconscious factors of your brain. So my dreams most often happen when I meditate, because I clear my mind, and when I fall asleep in the recliner unexpected. One of these days, well, I've turned it off a few times. I'll turn the TV off and then be amazed at the dreams that come through. But dreams are also visions, and visions are also dreams. So when your angels are whispering and you're not hearing, they will continue to come to you in visions and dreams. And many times we don't remember them when we wake up. Try and keep a journal if you can. Even when you wake up, the first thought that you remember, write it down, because it will play out later on in either a vision or a dream, because it is their way to talk to you when the physical, the human, and the ego is out of the way. This is one of the ones that I got yesterday on, Doreen has the same deck on the Oracle site that she has, where you can pull your card electronically. So Angels of Abundance is on her site right now, and angeltherapy.com, and you can pull your cards if you don't have this deck. And this is one of the ones that I got yesterday, and it says Organize for Success. I'm trying to get so at least you can see the picture here. Organize for success. Do not let the word organize intimidate you, as it is simply a way for you to ensure clarity of purpose. Organizing your thoughts, your reports, your living and workspace, and your finances will help you know and plan your next action steps. When you get organized, my handy dandy trusty day timer, ta-da! I keep it right here on my desk, and when I get a thought or an idea or an appointment, I write it down immediately. When I have my decks here, I have them all organized in one space. I have to have this space set up and ready and my imagery behind me in a certain way in order to do these YouTubes, to get organized and to not think about other things in the background. This is a way to just simply journalize for yourself. You know, make sure that your I's are dotted, T's are crossed, your plans are set. You have a little checklist. It's an accomplishment. It is that got that part done. It's like when you go pay your bills and you check them off and you know that those are taken care of, that you don't have to keep thinking about it. When you can release things from your thoughts that you no longer have to focus on. The card that came up today in Facebook. If you don't have to worry about did I pay that bill or not, then your mind can be open to accept and receive other things. Interesting. Next card is partnership. You know, we don't have to go this life's journey alone. Partnership. Understand that this is coming from the Angels of Abundance deck. Partnership. Allow healthful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career. And both parties will benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. Who are you going to partner with that is like-minded for your goals? Is it your significant other? Is it a dear friend? Is it a teacher? Is it a mentor? Is it someone you admire whose course you're going to be taking, like one of Doreen's courses or James Van Praagh? Partnership. Of course, you always can partnership and should be partnering with your angels, with God, His Holy Son, and Holy Spirit, and your higher self. partner with your higher self. I just heard partner with your higher self because they see where you're going. Well, isn't that beautiful? So many times, again, on the network, I get asked, am I going to get the raise? Am I going to get the promotion? Am I going to go to this? Am I going to get a new job? It's all those worry questions. Well, if you have that same worry, then here's your answer: raise or promotion. Congratulations. An increase in your abundance flow awaits you. This is a result, oh my goodness gracious, of your positive focus and willingness to take action based on your divine guidance. Keep up the good work. Your willingness to take action upon your divine guidance and to focus on it. Well, this is a different kind of a reading today. Kind of like it. We may have to bring this deck up again in the near future. I'm being told near future. So I'm going to leave you with that reading. I'm going to also switch glasses here. These things will make you dizzy. Whoa. It's like wearing 2 magnifying glasses on your eyeballs and then trying to move your head around. So, like I said, I need to exchange those. If you would like a personal reading from me, come visit me at my website. It is houseofangelcardreadings.com. If you would like to learn how to read your own cards or read cards for others on that same website, I do have classes. They are personal, one-on-one, you and me. Not pre-recorded anything, just you and me learning how to do this for you and teach you what I've learned, taking most of Doreen's curriculum from the Certified Angel Card Readers course, adding my own things to it, and kind of narrowing it down from 8 lessons down to 4, and then there's a couple of advanced classes. So if you would like that, please come join me. It is a wonderful, fun, fabulous thing to do. We are having a blast, and that program starts again this coming Saturday. This Saturday is getting fully booked. Saturdays are getting fully booked. We already have 4 people for Saturdays, if I remember correctly. And I have an hour class, and then I leave a little bit of time in between classes so that if there's any questions or concerns, we can wrap that up before we go on to the next person. Thank you for following me on Facebook. We've gone over 2,000. Over 2,000 likes and followers. It is my sincere thanks for making that page come alive and sharing it with your friends and your family. And my eyes are hurting looking at the screen, so I'm going to put these back on. So thank you for that. It is humbling, and you honor me with your presence on that page. If you'd like a copy of my autobiography, it's called A Leap of Faith. It's $4.99 available as an ebook download. It is also on my website. It was written from the heart to help people who grew up being told that they're weird, they're different, they're strange, that were blessed with insight, that were super sensitive, that were open to psychic intuition, that had an out-of-body experience, that spoke with angels. So it is basically the way that I grew up. If you are interested, maybe it will also help you in your leap of faith. Again, it's Wonderful Wednesday. Thank you so much for sharing with me. Thank you for subscribing here to YouTube. You make my heart sing when I see that people are liking this and also sharing it with their friends and family. Have a beautiful day, a wonderful Wednesday, like I said. Walk in peace, walk in focus. Namaste.